Hello, hello, and happy early new year to each and every one of you. This is Pastor Lance of Breakthrough Ministry. And y'all know I had to come give a message today before we get into our new year. I hope you guys joined us on the prayer line this morning. It was rolling this morning. We had, I don't know how many people up there, like 20 to 30 people up there this morning. 6 o'clock a.m. We was doing our new year prayer this morning. And I just wanted to come give a quick little snippet. This is our last message that's coming with the Beside the Still Waters. I just want to add some emphasis on it. And this one is titled Redeeming Our Time on Earth. And it says Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Guys, I'm going to tell y'all right now that nobody is promised tomorrow. None of us are promised tomorrow. I don't care where you are in your walk of life with Christ. Nobody knows the hour, the minute, the second when we're going up out of here, right? And death is hitting everybody. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter how much money you got in the bank. Death is knocking on a lot of people's door right now. And nobody is promised tomorrow. And time is something that we cannot get back. So I'm telling you right now to take the time that God gives you and make every useful moment of it, make it everlasting moments, and make sure that you don't let it pass you by. Because you know what? I'm telling you, like, life is tough. Life is hard. And I know 2023 hasn't been good for so many of us. I know that death came knocking at your door. Loved ones been taken away. And it just probably wasn't the best year you had, the most fruitful year you had. And health crisis may have kicked in. But I'm going to tell you something. God is still God through all of it. God is still God, and he is still sovereign over all things. He has dominion over all things. And you got to still make sure you wake up in the morning and put one foot in front of the other. And make sure you give God praise and thanks for who he is and whatever it is that you're going through. Whatever it is that you're going through. And that's the problem. A lot of times when we're facing something, we want to go and ask God, why am I going through this? Why am I going through this? Instead of just asking God, what is it that you want me to learn from it? What is it that you want to come out of all of this? Because God makes no mistakes. And I'm not sitting here saying everything that we go through is God's fault, because a lot of things that we go through is the decisions that we make. If you was a smoker and you got lung cancer and it came from smoking, I don't believe that was God that put that on you. If you're walking around here eating whatever it is that you want to eat and your cholesterol high and a stroke may have came your way, I don't believe that God caused that on you. Amen. So a lot of things do not come from God, and a lot of things do not come from the devil. A lot of things come from our own take and our own way of doing things. God didn't tell you to have those kids out of wedlock, and now that you're struggling by yourself because you can't hold somebody accountable for taking care of those children. I'm just being real for a minute. I'm being real for a minute about our struggles and about our difficulties and about some of the things in life that maybe we have caused our path to be on what it is right now. So sometimes you got to wake up and you got to put on your big girl panties and your big boy drawers, and you got to be able to say, I got this. You know what? My mistakes are not going to be my tomorrow. My mistakes are not going to be my future. I may have looked back every once in a while, remind me of what God brought me through, but you will not be what I am today. The mistake my parents made when they said that I didn't mean to have you, that you came by coincidence and you came by chance and you was not planned. Guess what? I'm not somebody's mistake, and I am not my mistake. I am the woman and the child of God that he has called me to be. And that's what we need to make sure we stand and tell ourselves today. And the time that I lost yesterday, I will not lose that same time today. I will not lose that same time tomorrow. You got to be able to take control of your destiny, take control of your future, take control of your time, and don't let life pass you by. Don't let it pass you by, because I know some people that got called earlier than they thought they was going to be called probably wish that they had more time. Wish that those that's on their deathbed right now that didn't know their deathbed was going to be where it's at right now, the time and the hour that is at, wish that they had more time. So those of you out there I hurt, those of you out there I offended, forgive me and I forgive you. Because you know what? I ain't got the time to argue, the time for the mess, the time for it. I don't have the time because it's passing me by. What I do got time for is act of kindness. What I do have time for is acts of forgiveness. What I do have time for is happiness. What I do have time for is my family. I got time for the moments that I want to cherish. And that's what you got to tell yourself, leaving out of 2023 and opening up 2024. I don't want to open up the same doors. I don't want to go through the same walkways. I want something new. I want a new attitude, a new opportunity, a new outlook on life, a new gratitude for the things that God has brought me through and out of. A new onlook, new ears, new eyes, new thoughts, new heart. We want to have something new, not the same thing, because time is passing each one of us by, and we can't get it back. We can't get it back for nothing. And it says, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of household faith. We can do good to other people by speaking words of encouragement. If you see somebody down on your timeline, because let's be real, we're all social media fanatics. You see somebody down, give them encouragement. You see somebody trying to run their own business, tell them you got this. You see somebody that's dealing with sorrow or grief, ask the Lord to wrap their arms around them. Send prayers of comfort their way if you don't have words to say. That's what we have to be able to do. We may can't understand what somebody's going through, but we can comfort them by providing words of encouragement, by providing scripture, by letting them know that you're praying for them. They may not acknowledge it now, but when they see that they can wake up every morning and they can get out of their bed, then they'll realize and recognize that somebody prayed for them. Somebody talked to God on their behalf when they couldn't do it themselves. It says our time is a resource that God has have given us to be invested in his kingdom. And if we waste time on it, on selfish pursuits, it is forever lost and it cannot be redeemed. We cannot get time back, guys. Those loved ones, that's why I try my best to communicate, or I try my best to show love. But some people close the doors on my love. They close the door on my welcoming. So it's okay. But at least I tried to show it, because the Lord said, if they don't welcome you, dust your foot off at their door. Dust it off and keep on moving. So some people, I had to dust my foot off at their door. But I know that the time that they go in their grave, I ain't going to have no regrets. I ain't going to have no I wish I would have. I wish I did. It was too petty. Because I already tried to show them it was too petty. I already tried to show them, let's put it behind us. I can't make nobody love me. I can't make nobody want me and like me. But you know what I can do is make sure the time that I got moving forward is not wasted on a wannabes, what could have type of relationships. It ain't going to pass me by. And don't let it pass you by. It says, since we all have wasted the gift of time in the past, because we all have, we should put special effort into doing good in the future. So guys, I'm telling you now, let's strive towards putting our best foot forward in 2024. I don't know what your New Year's resolution is, but I'm going to tell you, back in the past, I had New Year's resolution, and not one that I attained to, live to, make it past January the 30th. Not one. But one that I have had for the last almost 6 years come tomorrow is to have a closer walk with God. And the reason I want to have a closer walk with God, because God can be your best friend or he can be your enemy. And you know what? That's somebody I want to be my best friend. That's somebody who good side I want to be on, and not his side of his wrath. Not his deaf ear that he can tune out to you at any given moment. I want to be in his best friends. I want to know the hidden secrets. I want to be able to be blessed to be a blessing. So you know what? I want to be closer with God so I can hear him more clearly, see him more clearly, understand him more clearly, love him, and learn how to love more clearly and unconditionally. So that is my New Year's resolution. I don't know what yours will be. And I believe with that resolution, I will be able to understand time and that it's precious and I don't have much of it left. So if anybody have ever been offended by anything I've said or done, please forgive me. I am a human. I am a child of God that he is working on every day faithfully. I'm not perfect, but I am striving for perfection. I do wake up every day to be better than the woman that I was yesterday. And I pray that you be the same way coming into 2024. Be blessed and happy New Year to all of you from Pastor Lands of Breakthrough Ministry. God bless.